Hello beautiful people, on this Friday, which is absolutely scorching. Just come out of the car and it was saying 26 degrees. So yesterday we had to go to the patch. Not going to say it was that successful because CT1 just wanted to stick to my fingers. So we filled it up anyway. Couldn't find any other leak. If it holds, it holds. If it goes down, we know it's only going to go down a little bit. And we'll have to live with it for a bit. So, quite a few jobs to do today. The first one being get the water out of the new pond. Give that time to dry. Try and get the bottom drain done today. And then we've got the filter over there to clean. And I also want to clean out the tank. Because tomorrow, or Sunday, we're going to be taking a little trip. We're going to go to Perfect Aquatics again. And we're going to pick up the new fish. Because apparently Crafty's not going to be there the following week. There's a koi show on. I think it's one in Scotland. So I think he'll be there. So we're going to try and go either tomorrow or Sunday. So I'll get the water out, get them ready to dry, and then we'll be ready to fix the bottom drain. So once we've done that, cut a hole in the liner, there'll be no going back. So I'm probably going to put that on the next episode. So for me today and this episode, I'd like to say thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing and supporting the channel. It does mean everything. We'll have some new fish to show you next time, hopefully. And we'll catch you in the next episode. So thanks guys, see you later. To dry off now. The water's out. I'll be very careful when I get back in. Not to do the line up too much. To push down that corner a little bit more. Because there's nothing now supporting it. So it's dried out. After I've done a couple of little jobs. Mainly the filter. Possibly the fish tank. I might leave that till later. And I should be able to get that bottom drain in. As I've cut a hole in that line up, there is no going back. Sorry, excuse me filming, but at the moment I've got the sun blowing straight off the screen. So I can't actually see what I'm filming. So I hope this comes out. Yeah, I'll be very careful. There was no creases at all when the water was in it, so that's what I want when the water goes back in. So it's scorching, man. Okay guys, so we're ready, we're all dry. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I keep putting this off, but it's got to be done. There's only one person going to do it, and that's me. And if I don't do it, I'm never going to learn. Just hope and pray we're not going to learn by mistake. So, got me a MS300. It's out in the sun at the moment. Most people use hot water, I've seen. But I think it's so hot today. I think just leaving it and just been in the sun for a bit now. Heat should transfer and we should be alright. So we've cut this out. And I keep adjusting the liner, but I think that's alright now. It's going to be a tiny bit of a finger in. Yeah, there's a little bit of give there, unfortunately. every time I try and sweep it off, it comes back. Oh no, I'm sticking to the liner. That's not what we want. I can't stick to the liner because if I stick to it, if I sweat, I'm going to have to get something to lay on. Yeah, let's put something down because I'm sticking. I'm in shorts. As you go here, yeah, sticky. Right then, let's go and get something. Come back in a bit. There we go. The cart mat. I'm going to stick to that. That's better. Right, maybe move it over a tiny touch. Take them off, don't want them going through the other part of the liner. Other than that. Right then. Oh my god, the sweat is coming off of me like crazy. Right. I'm so nervous. Every time I turn around, there's more dust. I can't find the dustpan. There we go. Right. So cut round there. And it should be. That's moved a little bit. Why is it moved a bit? I'll settle again once I get my water back in, I suppose. And that. Alright, I cut a little bit of a hole out there now. Right then, there's nothing. There's no going back now. I'm going to use two hands, so I'm going to put you down for a bit. And wish me luck. Okay, we're going as slow as I can. And what I watched was a video on putting the skimmer in. And the guy put pegs behind it. From Japanese Water Gardens, the video is. And I asked him, could I do the same for the bottom drain? And he said, yeah. But I have tried. And I can't get it to work to put a peg through. I was using the drill bit as a peg. And I just couldn't get it to sit right, so I have to push a hole in it with the scissors. And then I'm going to put the screw through like I've done. And then, yeah, that gets it in place. But it's so hard, I'm so hot, I'm so sweaty. I'm trying to go as slow as I can so I'm not getting any creases. I've worked that out, and that's gonna push flat. So I started to go a little bit off a line. And that bit I did. I was gonna go inside a bit more. And then I thought, actually it's a bit too risky, so I've just tried to use the guide as a circle. And yeah, just trying to take a little bit out of there with a blade. I tried with the Stanley knife first, and that didn't work. I find it easier to use just the Stanley knife blade on its own. So 3 screws down, about 3 litres of sweat down, and that actually looks like a bigger, oh shit, bigger. It's trying to keep it all level and all pushed in. Could do with 4 pairs of hands, really. And there we go. I keep sticking to everything. I'm sticking to the cart mat. Sorry. So the idea is the hole should be here somewhere. Let's find the hole. It would have been so much easier if the peg idea had worked. Do one peg at a time. Here's this hole. He found you. Oh, he found you. I know what I do. What you can't even see. Sorry, I'm watching what I'm doing and not the show. Just come over a little bit. Yeah. Push it down. Right, scissors. I did have scissors. Try and rest this one. You see, very difficult to visual it. I'm gonna have to put the phone down. Sorry, people. So that's the fourth screw in, like I say, as you can see. Very difficult to film and video at the same time and do it. So we've got that one in. Right, this is pegged out. The video I watched, they did try and cut the line up around the screw head a little bit more. But I'm finding that near enough impossible. This smaller bottom drain, smaller screws, smaller room for error. So I'm going to carry on doing it the way I'm doing it at the moment. 2 more to go, and I'll pick you up at the end. And there we go. Finally. That is not too bad. There's not going to be any crease. That's what I was worried about. So, that was nerve jangling, that was. So, never deliberately got a hole in my liner. So what I'm going to do now, anything that's capable of punching a hole in my liner, I'm going to remove. And then we go in. Get this MS300 out. The polystyrene, I'll leave that out. Get that out again. Right. So yeah, like I say, I tried with that one. I wasn't able to get the liner away from the screws. Never mind. It's never going to come out of there, so I might as well just bond it all together. Screws and all. So, this thing to do is to take these screws off, drop them into their respective holes in here, get the line out. I've got to get a screwdriver. Yeah, I'm going to get the screwdriver before I do anything. Right, so, yeah. Bonding time. Alright. Catch you back in a second. There we go. Screwed down and completely tight. Sorry about that. Start again. There we go. Screwed down, completely tight. Right, it was very, very tricky to get underneath the line up. To put the sealant there. So, some places there's a bit of excessive, and some places it's not that bad. So that's how it should have really come out. Shouldn't have come out that much, but I'd rather it come out too much than come out too little. So, the thing to do is to clean up that excess on the inside, clean it up a little bit on the outside. But yeah, I've even got it coming up in the screw holes. That one, it's not got any coming up, but it will not turn anymore, so I don't want it to leak through the screw holes. So there we go. they're all in place. Whether it comes out or not, the end of its time here remains a question to be answered. I think that's pretty well job done for today. Although it was tricky, getting that gun underneath was an absolute nightmare. The pattern I was trying to use was a zigzag pattern going in, round, like a slalom pattern, and then the other way on the other side. So basically, you got like circles around each one, but around each screw, but in a slalom pattern. I did the same on the top, even though they said they didn't show you putting silicone on that. So I've done that. It was 300. I just want to make sure, and there we are. That is all completely. There's one or two tiny drips on the liner that I've got to be careful of. There's a little bit on my hands, and there's still some on the end of the gun, so clean that off, put the lid on, and then I think this time tomorrow, we can fill it with water. It's probably going to go off way before then, so tomorrow morning I'll fill it up with water. I reckon even though it's used like that, I'm going to smear it down to make sure I've got a seal. Yeah, we'll seal down. Excuse me. There we go. Today's major task completed. That will sort out when I sort the window tomorrow. So there we go. On bottom drain. In position. Liner. No major creases. I can just drop that end down a little bit if I need to. Tighten that up. There we go. Happy days. Oh shit. That's what I didn't want to do. What a twat. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh fuck. Oh dear. Well, you can tell it's live. It's not rehearsed. Alright then, let's sort myself out before I do anything else. There's the big wipes. Catch you back in a minute, guys. Oh, ta-da! I don't think that's too bad a job. Cleaned up most of the excess. Made sure that it's all smeared and sealed. And that should just set nicely now. I do have informed me it's going to rain tomorrow. It is a bugger. There we go. It should overnight be skinned over. Will be completely cured. But yeah, I'm well happy with that. As you can see, I can live with that. I can live with that crease. A couple, there's going to be one more coming there somewhere. I could get some tape and tape it down, double-sided tape, seal it in. But it's flipping expensive. It'd be adding like another £100 just for some cleaning stuff, some glue tape, and a tape that goes over the top. There we go. So I count a little bit of a ride in there. This whole end, it could drop down. Just have to be adjusted. And that is banging. That'll pull up. What I'll go in. New little bits to sort out. I didn't want to set it before I put all the stuff that's gotta be stuck down. So let that go off overnight. See how it's doing in the morning. Hopefully get it filled up to the window, just below, and then we can do the window tomorrow. And then we'll leave that. Sunday we'll go to Perfect Aquatics. And that just leaves me Skimmer to do. So, yeah. I'll let it fill up tomorrow. We'll see how we get on with the window. Let that cure over. I haven't got round to the tank today. 5:15. It's too hot to be peeing about with that, hoofing water back and forwards. So, I can wait till tomorrow. We've done the filter. Can't see if it's leaking on the big pond. I will see if the liner starts exposing, we know we haven't solved it. I'll have to drain it down and properly do that patch, as I struggled yesterday. I couldn't get into behind that crease, and most of the CT1 just stuck to my hands. So if I can get this done and I've got any MS 300 left over, I'll try that on the patch. Like I say, I've never had a problem with gold shot before. There we go. We'll see how we get on with this. We did not that much of a tube actually, probably a third of a tube maybe. So possibly be a tube on there, half a tube maximum on the skimmer. Should have some left. Right, well, I am going to take a well-deserved cold shower. Have something to eat. Have a chill out. I also deserve a ciggy. And yeah, we'll catch up tomorrow, guys. Ciao for now. Spider. Anyway, there we go. Might put a bit of blanket retreatment now. Let's see if we can clear this water up. But hopefully it won't be too long now. And yeah, get these fish out. Get this pond built. One-handed. So, not a great start to today. But these things happen. I was more concerned about hurting the dog last night. But it wasn't until I got round the field afterwards that I realised I'm actually in serious bloody pain here. So we've had a load of painkillers last night. We've had some this morning. Let's see what we can do. So I'll catch you in a bit, guys. And then, get down there. This chap's hit my foot. Oh, we're looking good. No tackiness there. A little bit of wet from the drizzle that we've had. That's looking good. Solid seal. Damn wrist. The struggle to get in here, really. Climb in. Yep. Perfect. Right then, let me get the hose pipe. Refill up. See how far we can get to the window. And while that happens, we can have a go on the fish tank. So let's go and grab the hose pipe. And I'm not looking forward to getting out of this at all. Yeah, let's go and grab the hose pipe. That was a real struggle to get out. There we got hose pipe in. So up there a bit more. Better. Now make sure this valve is unclosed. Good. That one as well. Yeah, closed. Right. Yeah, that works. Bit of air coming out. Sweet. Right, yeah, that was a real struggle to get out of there. It was about as graceful as Swan Lake performed by a load of sumo wrestlers. Needs done myself a mischief. I had to basically flop myself over and then get my leg over. Can't crush my family jewels. And we got out. And it wasn't easy with one hand. It happened at a worse time. There we go. Right, well that's filling up. Yeah, we'll go start this fish tank. So, catch you in a bit. Okay, I'm now ready to try and get this liner attached to this window. We've done our prep work already. We've got a little bit more water in. Just now pulling the liner tighter. There's a little bit of slack still in there. But as you can see, when I press the line around, it's going to pull that tighter. So it's time to jump in. Got my big wipes ready to go. I've got MS300 ready to go. I just need something to cut it with, my scissors. Oh, I'm so nervous about doing this. I really am. If I fuck this up, I fuck the whole project up. So wish me luck, guys, and I'll take you through. Right, so there we go. Masked it off best I can with the useless tape that I've got. What is it? Ultra tape. Ultra shit tape's more like it. Sticks to itself or sticks to your finger, don't stick to anything else. So, as best I can, stick within this central boundary. I'll need to move that last bit of tape because it's nowhere near level. There we go. To go fast because as you can see, damp stuff's peeling off already. Now that was not the easiest thing in the world to do, especially when you got to getting it nice and neat to the edge. It's alright when you're scoring against that, so you get your straight line. It's when it's tucked up a little bit and it's less level, less width than the actual level, I should want to say, if I get my words untangled. So that wasn't easy. Fairly straight. There's a little bit of that is just that is straight. It's just there's a tiny little bit there. It might need to come out. Does that pull back? I think that's going to be okay. I think that's going to be okay. For my first ever go for that, it's not too bad a job. And yeah, very slowly was the key. But it doesn't take away the fact of then the anxiety starts to build and the panic sets in and You got to try and keep cooler and cooler and cooler. Yeah. Trying to do that without getting wet, without getting any water down the side of it. That was not easy. I think the next thing to do now is to have a cigarette. Get my levels down a little bit, and we'll go for the MS300. Now what I plan on doing is dropping the bead, big bead, right round the corner, right round it. Nice big thick bead. So that is not going to set straight away. And then we'll run a smaller bead here, but still a thick bead. And then we'll push that one to the edge of the liner and then let that go off for a few hours. And then we'll fill the water up, and the water level should get to that bead that's there and press that flat. That's the theory anyway. See if we can do it. Do we do that, or do we just have the one single bead that I then push to the front? Don't really want an air gap between the two beads, because that's what it says on the tube. Don't get an air gap. Now we'll go for one big massive bead, I think, and then we'll push it just until it gets to the edge of the liner, so that we know that we've pushed it out. And we'll let that set. Try not to push it at the back too much, so that when the water pressure comes in, it's got something to press against and press it to it. So, we're getting there. We're getting there. So, the reason we have left a little bit of slack is because we're going to tuck around with the water pressure. As you can see, pulls it flatter, pulls it tighter. So that's going to happen all the way around the edge. Theoretically, that's what should happen. That's going to press in a bit flatter. We're not going to worry about putting any tape behind it, because you need to put the tape over the front of it, and there's too much of a gap there. So, yeah, I'm okay with the creases at the bottom. There's not too many of those. That is mainly that bit there. It's where the underlay is slightly thicker at the corners. Same over there. You can't really see it. Get you closer. See that alright, Paul? A little crease. That's alright. That's not going to affect anything coming down. This one is because the board's slightly dropped a little bit. When there's more weight on it, it should all level out. This one will pull tighter with the back here. Same again, water pressure should push that flat. The same as it's done in the main pond, but not so much creases all the way around the edge. That should also tighten up. But I think what I'll do is when they do it, is reclamp it there. Because, yeah, I'll pull that, oh yeah, get that kink out. It's just because of the skimmer. The skimmer's made it crease up a little bit more. Well, there we go. Let's have a little quick break, and we'll get on to beading this window. So catch you on a swirl, guys. So just a quick run, guys, before I jump in and do this window. So, you know how I was struggling at the beginning to get this liner level? That's actually right. And I figured out why, because this end has pulled less liner down on the inside, which means it's pulled less up on the outside. That's because of the slope. So basically, that should match up with the same level, same incline as the slope, just in reverse. So that's actually right. So to get your line of centre, what you need is the same on that side. It's hanging over on that side. So what I used was the actual crease to get it level in the middle, along with some tape which I'd measured the centre of. Use that as a marker. So if you don't have that, that is what you're looking for. You don't have a crease in the middle of your liner, that's what you're looking for. If you put in a slope in. If it's a flat bottom, then yeah, it should be the same all the way around, apart from the end and that end, which will be longer. So each side, opposite sides, this should be the same, that should be the same. I'm just going to cut all this excess off once I've got the skimmer in. So now I'm going to get back in and seal up this window. Wish me luck. As you can see in places now, we're starting to get the bead appearing. What I'm doing is pressing it up, just so the bead's starting to appear. There's a bit of excess there. I need to look on the outside and see what I can cut back. Once I press the bead up, you can then press it back down in the corners here and just pull that liner back a little bit. Another press. And slowly we are forming the edge. It's quite difficult because when you pull the bottom, you got to be careful that you don't pull it off. Oh, shit, there's an air bubble there. Fuck. Try and get the air bubbles to come out. Once I've done that, I'm pressing the edge. You can see the water pressure is going to help this as well. Press down, pull down. And I can go on the outside and take a look at what excess I have got protruding. Start pulling that back on the top. Just trying to get the bead to come out. It's a slow process. Excuse me. You can see once you pull it up to the top and pull it round, that bead and what I'll do once I've got it where I want it is go around this outside bead with a nice big white, because I found that rather than your finger gives a much better finish. I did to the bottom drain anyway, and a big sausage finger. Right. This is a slow process, but we want it to be as good as we can get. Oh shit. Get that. That's the first bit I've got on there. How about that? I've been doing this now about 20 minutes, half an hour. And that's the first bit we've got on there. I'll sort that out. Sort that out with a big wipe in a minute. So as you can see, pull that up. Put it into the corners. And that should press it nice and flat. And then that excess will run in. I'm getting messy now, Carl, come on. concentrate. As you can see, once you get it in the corners, if that was lower, clamped in there, that would be wicked. But it isn't. So I'm going to have to rely on water pressure later on. Pull that down, pull that in. And that looks pretty good. See, I reckon this bit here is excessive. As I can see between it, it's not. Probably come down another couple of mil. Maybe come down here a little bit. That's window. So, there we go. Oh, air bubble. Sorry guys, you're not looking at what I'm looking at. I do need to get some kind of tripod thing. This camera. So get me finances sorted out. This has just burnt a massive hole in her. Yeah, we'll forget the fish from yesterday costing that much, but we should get more than our money's worth out of pleasure out of them. This is going to be epic. Right, so I reckon that's about the right level there. It slightly rises there. Right. I don't really want to use a Stanley blade because I don't want to scratch the window, which is why I use scissors. I'll go and take a look on the outside first. Let's see what we've got. Nice bit. It seems to not be that much. Oh, there is shitloads there. Let's just run that fat bit up to there then. Feels more. It feels more. It feels better. That's it. That's what I want to be getting. Just so it's just coming out. And then, as you can see, it pulls it away from the edge. Just a bit more here. And then we'll press in here. And that should put the liner back. What I want to be seeing is the solid bead all the way down. No gap like there is there. There you go. Just pinch that out a bit more. There. And we'll go all the way around and show you the outcome. So I'm going to switch it off for a bit, otherwise we're going to use up so much video time. Right, I'll catch you on a swell, guys. So I'm happy with that. Well happy with that. It took quite a while to get the bead off the edge and get it all pressed firmly flat and then get it all cleaned off. I've gone through almost an entire tub of big wipes, so they are proving very handy. Now, all I've got to do now is check the outside. And I think this might be a little bit high against the wood there, but I think tomorrow what I can do is come in with a blade, Stanley blade, because there's a seal behind it, and then it should be a little bit tacky still. Cut that out square, and then it should peel off. This edge is not that straight either, but I am left-handed and trying to cut down that bit, or cut up from that bit, is near nigh impossible. This one was slightly easier. That's not too bad at all. Couple of little bits in the corner that still need to come off. Looking good. Looking really good. Right. It's a little bit more cleaning up. And we'll come back on it tomorrow. So, I'll catch you then. So I'm ready now. Get this skimmer in. And I'm going to be following the guidelines from Japanese Water Gardens, Lee Caledine. Wicked video. See if I can get the link for you guys. So, he recommends that you put a peg in each of the four corners. And a metal peg, which I've made. Just flathead nail, head's taken off. So we're going to put these in each corner. One is a little bit loose. It should be fine as long as it don't go down the bottom of the leading liner, back of it. Right, like that. And all we do is pull the liner up. Over the pegs. First of all, we got to put the back flange in. So I'm going to get that. Alright, that's the pegs through. Time to get the outside gasket on and get it all in. Now that's the first 6 screws in. And now, just got to get the pegs out. Now, unlikely, I'm not going to be able to pull them out with a pair of pliers, but what I have got is the magnet on my phone. So I'm going to see if I can use that to get them out. Oh, well, I'm buggered. I think that looks alright. Now, I cut out the inside liner with a Stanley blade, or rather than a Stanley knife, because you can get much closer to the edge. There's a tiny bit there. I'm not worried about that. That's not. Yeah, that's neither here nor there. And I put the weir in, and I put the weir in through the back. Slotted it in. It's a bit wibbly wobbly. Cheap. And there we go. I'll sort that out. And if I can pull all this up. Get those out of there before they go in the bottom of the pond. And there you go. Here's my little mechanism. So it probably does need another bit on it. And what you do, all I do is put it up, set it to wherever I want it to go. Probably might need to make those a shorter bit, or maybe even just fix this black bit down there so it's just behind the weir. There we go. That's gonna work. Pull up. Yeah, I need to go in there. Just need to put one little one through there, and that should do it. So, like I said, a little bit of adjustment, and nothing major. And that should work. That should keep me weir different heights. I know there's always going to be water going through it, through here, but I can keep my water level exactly where I want it. Doesn't go in very well, even when it's together. Yeah. Might have to cut that bit out. And there we go, that's the skimmer done. That's the window done, and the bottom drain done. And we're 3/4 of the way full. Just that corner to check out tomorrow. Raise the water level again. And we have a functioning pool of water. So tomorrow, or later on, get all this excess cut off. Probably will do tonight. This has got to be sorted. This corner, all the corners have got to be sorted. And probably later on tomorrow or today, we will get the outside bands on. We'll get the top on. And then we can work on getting all the filtration back together. Then we'll test it through, make sure we've definitely got no leaks. Yeah, we're almost there. So tomorrow or later on, we'll work on this top. It's got to be varnished up, it's got to be sanded up. Yeah, I'm liking that. That's a top job. Just a little bit in this corner. Once I get the excess off, we can sort this corner out. I'm not too fussed about that. Get that tucked in nicely. And there you go, one skimmer fully in. And there was no need for any MS300. Although I might just put a little bit around. Just to be doubly sure. So there we go, guys. That's pretty much the end of this episode. So I'll pick you back up in the next one. So I'd like to say thanks for watching. Thanks for liking and subscribing to the channel. The support means everything. We'll pay it back in little prizes and stuff. Now I've got the competition to restart as well, so looking forward to that. One prize already got, the other one I've got to make. So, yeah, we'll catch you in the next episode, guys. See you later.